Urban farming is so important, especially in Detroit. We live in a food desert, and what that means is we don't have a lot of fresh produce available at cheap prices.
All of the produce that we grow here is free for anybody who wants it, with priority given to North End residents. One of our most recent projects has been converting a former blighted home into a rainwater harvesting cistern. I am optimistic about the future of MUFI. At this point, we have a lot of big startup costs to get over, but our long-term goal is to be self-sufficient and not require ongoing public charity to sustain us.